I've called this press conference to announce that I am a candidate for the presidency.
I'm here tonight to announce my intention to seek the Republican nomination for President of the United States.
It's morning again in America. Today, more men and women will go to work than ever before in our country's history. With interest rates at about half the record highs of 1980, nearly 2,000 families today will buy new homes, more than at any time in the past 4 years. This afternoon, 6,500 young men and women will be married. And with inflation at less than half of what it was just 4 years ago, they can look forward with confidence to the future. It's morning again in America. And under the leadership of President Reagan, our country is prouder and stronger and better. Why would we ever want to return to where we were less than 4 short years ago?
Reaganomics sinks our country into the deepest recession and unemployment in 50 years. Now Ronald Reagan says the economy is moving up. It is, up on a mountain of debt and record Reagan deficits, more borrowing than all the other presidents in history combined. That'll drive interest rates up, slow the economy down, and then, if you're thinking of voting for Ronald Reagan in 1984, think of what'll happen in 1985.
Make age an issue of this campaign. I am not going to exploit for political purposes my opponent's youth and inexperience.
Your parents' wealth, their children's health will slowly go by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh and know they love you.
Was Zeit für mich, singe ich ein Lied für dich von 99 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont. Denkst du vielleicht grad an mich? Dann singe ich ein Lied für dich von 99 Luftballons.
There is a bear in the woods. For some people, the bear is easy to see. Others don't see it at all. Some people say the bear is tame. Others say it's vicious and dangerous. Since no one can really be sure who's right, isn't it smart to be as strong as the bear? If there is a bear.
Peace is made by the fact of strength. Economic, military, and strategic. Peace is lost when such strength disappears, or just as bad, is seen by an adversary as disappearing.
I'm sure there's one department you've been waiting for me to mention, the Department of Defense. It's the only department in our entire program that will actually be increased over the present budgeted figure.
Secretary of Defense to order what was needed and not to worry about the budget. Pentagon spending would reach $34 million per hour.
People need work. He's not addressing our needs at all. I've got 200 members who have lost their jobs in my local union. I don't think Ronald Reagan is interested in the working people in this country.
Is he interested in Dixon?
He's not interested in any working people anywhere.
President, are you ready to take the oath? Yeah. You'll raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Ronald Reagan, do solemnly swear.
I, Ronald Reagan, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
My congratulations, sir.
Benefits and also the tremendous costs really only became clear more recently.
The essence of Reaganomics was a massive transfer of wealth towards the rich and away from the poor. The Reagan administration, by cutting taxes overwhelmingly for the wealthiest and the corporations, set in motion arguably the single greatest government-led transfer of wealth in history and in the direction of the top 2% of the country.
Playbook for them on every issue of consequence. Sure, he raised taxes a few times, but when you look at where he started with taxes and where he ended, this is where our income inequality problems began. He invented voodoo economics. On race, his ideas couldn't have been more Tea Party if he shouted them from a rascal scooter. He ran on states' rights. He invented the notion that black people get all the breaks, constantly telling the story of the Chicago woman, wink, wink, who has 80 names, 30 addresses, 12 Social Security cards, and her tax-free cash income is over $150,000. And that woman today is RuPaul. Actually, that woman never existed. Reagan just made shit up, something else he pioneered for his party of today. He described the New Deal as fascism, Medicaid recipients as waiting for handouts, unemployment insurance as prepaid vacation for freeloaders, and once said, "A tree's a tree. How many more do you need to look at?"
When Ronald Reagan comes around, he brings the fascists to your town. You think it's good to be a shot, but we get beat up by the night. Street fight, street fight, street fight in the parking lot.
I think we've given the American people back their spirit, and I think that we're in a position once again to heed the words of Thomas Paine. We have it in our power to begin the world over again.
What Ronald Reagan said is, you don't have to sacrifice. You don't have to make do. You don't have to get by with less. There's plenty of oil. There's an infinite supply. Trust me.